It's DeDe in the morning along with Jay Cruz. We are here live in LA for the 2024 BET Awards. This woman was walking by and she was going to try to walk by without me talking to her. And I'm like, girl, come on, you know you got to sit down and talk to me because you are like a legend in the game.
Thank you.
And so was your daddy.
Yeah.
And she is here, Lalah Hathaway, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, girl.
Hi.
Lalah, girl.
How you doing?
Okay, do you know people love you?
I appreciate that.
Do you realize that you're one of those rare artists? I'm just going to get right into it. You're one of those rare artists that could come out, drop something, leave for a couple of years.
Or 7.
There it is. Or 7, come back again, and everybody anticipates and waits for it and says, you got another hit again. And then you get one of them, and they say there's a few artists like that. I think Sade's one of them and you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and Maxwell. I think they say Maxwell. There's very few. You hear what I said, though? You hear how many I just said?
3.
3 that can do this, because most of the time they say artists have to keep putting something else all the time to stay relevant. But people just remember your name because your vocals are that amazing.
It's also because I came into this business with a brand before I even got here. So I don't take credit for all of that. I mean, I think people look through me and see my daddy a lot. And so it's important to acknowledge that
that you have advantage.
Yeah, it's an advantage, and it's also like I flew in on the wings of a dove.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just happen to be
She's funny.
related to the best
greatness
singer of all time.
I know. I was getting ready to say, and for those that don't know, her father was the great and the legendary Donny Hathaway.
Absolutely.
And that's a blessing, just saying his name, huh?
Absolutely. I don't even have to really work hard at all.
No, hold on a second. But you do. That's the thing.
I work hard.
But you do.
But it's so natural and it's so God-given and so a part of my gift and in my blood. I never feel like I'm working.
So wait, how many children did your dad have?
2.
2. You and do you have
And my younger sister, who's also a musician.
I was getting ready to ask, did she have that? Is it in the family? Wow. Okay. Does she sing? Does she just, or she does all of it?
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about this at on the show, right? And I was joking about and talking about because Brian McKnight's son did his song. He redid his song somewhere, like a karaoke. Sounded exactly like his dad.
Yeah.
And I said, it's so interesting to watch the apple that falls from that tree that does. And we were talking about people like Gerald Levert.
Sure.
You know, and his father, Eddie Levert. And we brought up your dad and you.
Yeah.
And you got that gene.
It's interesting, though, because I'm certain that when somebody calls your house, there was a point where they thought you were your mother or father.
Oh, yeah.
So I just happen to have the box that my parents made, and so I sound like them. The fact that we are singers both is the phenomenal part.
Okay. Let's talk about your music, though, because
That's a
here's
good
something
point.
I was going to say about you. You redid Anita Baker.
Yeah.
I said to myself when I first heard
You
it.
said, why?
It wasn't
Why
a
would
why.
anyone do
No,
that?
it wasn't even a why. You know what I said? She is bold, she is good, and she knew she could do it. Because who tackles, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Anita Baker.
Who goes after that song?
Yeah. And I said, Anita must have even said, okay, too. Did she give you the okay?
She sure did. She told me at one point to record all of her songs.
Really?
Yeah. That's
All
the
of
song
her
I
music.
grew up
Wow.
singing, and anytime I approach a cover, and I've done many of them, it's just really to make a love letter to the people that created that music.
Wow.
And I don't
But
do
like-
it unless I think I can really stand next to the thing I'm doing.
Yeah. Wow. What were you
Like
gonna
with
say,
the
Chris?
cadence, with the
Everything.
inflections,
Yeah,
the power.
You don't want it to be just like what they did.
Right.
You want to hopefully create a brand new standard that will simultaneously make a love letter to the thing that came before it, and also
Even
kill it
enhance
and
it,
become
maybe.
the standard.
Yeah.
You know,
That's cool.
it's a thing.
So when you
Yeah.
look at your career today, Lalah, is it where you thought you would be years later?
You know, I never had any expectation other than like making records. You know, I thought when I was 16, I thought, oh, I'm gonna have a TV show. I'm gonna be dancing. I'm gonna be producing my TV show. I was like that lady in that Eddie Murphy.
I'm gonna
movie,
be
right?
having kids.
I'm gonna be making the lunches for the crew.
Yeah.
But it keeps growing, and so I keep evolving. My instrument is getting better. The records I make are getting better. So I'm just happy to be along for the ride.
I love the way she pointed to her voice, everyone, when
It's
she
an
said, my
instrument.
instrument. That's what you call your voice is an
Absolutely.
instrument.
Getting-
And do you take a lot of voice? You still do voice lessons at all, or?
I mean, I warm up, and one of the guys that sings with me is a coach. But
When you say getting better, what do you? The voice is getting better. How's it
I think
improving?
my voice is getting better. It sounds warmer. It sounds like it's evolved. It sounds
Excuse me,
like
hold on. I'm hearing something.
it knows more information. It's just getting better.
I'm sorry. I was hearing me come back to me.
And I knew she wasn't gonna budge.
I know.
until it
You
was
hear me? I'm
taken
like,
care
I'm
of.
hearing something.
That's the worst
So,
when you got interference.
girl,
I already know.
and I need to make sure I'm paying
already
attention
know.
to you.
I already know.
Okay.
I
So
already know.
anyway,
And I knew she wasn't gonna like
yeah,
that.
you hear me? I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
I know.
But wait, so Lalah, everybody, we are talking to Lalah Hathaway. Now, I was saying this, did you think your career? But here is the thing that's just so interesting to me is the way people anticipate your projects. Do you feel that?
I'm not aware of this, but I'm happy.
Oh, please, girl.
I'm
you are that
excited.
one that everybody, you are like this standard, and you create this vibe and this mood,
Wow.
When you're in the studio, what do you need when you're in the studio? Do you have incense going? You have candles? What?
No. I have, when I was in college, it was like cigarettes and a can of Coke. But it's not that
Yo,
any
do
longer.
you know? Tom, hold on. Let me jump in. Do you do comedy?
I should, right?
Right.
I swear to God, yo, you got me rolling, and this is genuine tears you're
Okay.
building in my eyes.
Wait. So wait a
You're
minute.
funny.
Well, you don't use that now. What do you have in the studio
No,
now?
I mean, I do cold water.
Oh, good for you.
I'm really simple.
Okay, then here's
Just
my
go
other
ahead and
question.
sing the songs.
How do you would talk about your voice as your instrument? Do
Yeah.
you do certain things for it? There are certain things you won't drink or eat or
No.
you just blessed. That's so great.
It's the way you come to work every day and talk, and that's your
That's
voice.
it.
Your instrument
Yeah.
is doing what it does, and it gets better every year. It patinas like a beautiful piece of wood or a bottle of wine. It's
And what about when
ages
you're having
well.
to sing at a concert like the day of? Do you have humidifier? Do you not speak to people?
No.
You still talk to everybody? You do everything?
I do a lot of laughing before the show, and we have lemon and honey and ginger or something. And
You don't touch it.
I mean,
Yeah, you don't have to. What do you have going on next? What's coming up for Lalah
I have
Hathaway?
an album that just came out. It's called Vanta Black. It is probably the greatest album I've ever made. I'm super excited about it. Michael McDonald's on it. Willow
Cool.
Smith is on it.
Oh, I love her.
Oh.
MC Light, Common is on
Nice.
it. Fonte is on it.
You rapping?
Who?
You talking about if you
You,
rapping,
Miss
girl.
Lala. You rapping?
I don't even want these bars.
Layla,
I think I do.
No, he
I think
didn't.
I do.
Okay, so you said that's out now.
That's out now. It came out June 14th.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Well, congrats. And what about touring?
Getting ready to start the Vanta Black tour.
Okay.
This is the merch, as you can
Good.
see. Some of
Okay,
the
come on
merch.
now.
It sure look
I
good.
came,
going
I
out.
came advertising today.
I like
It looks
that.
good.
Me too, girl. I
I
got
like
my
it.
hat on. You
There
see
you
me?
go.
Okay. And I got to give you one. All right.
Yes, thank you.
Well, Lalah Hathaway,
Hey.
congrats on everything. Everybody,
Thank you.
get the music, everything. How do they follow you?
Lalah Hathaway everywhere. You can butcher it up. You can put a Y and a Q in it, and you'll still, if you put Hathaway in there, ain't but a couple you're going to find.
All right. I like that. Lalah Hathaway, everybody. Clap it
Thank
up for her.
y'all.
Thank you so much for stopping by.